Hello everyone and welcome to another video on JavaScript programming. Hope you guys are doing well. My name is Kaushal and today I will run you through type conversion in JavaScript. This is a small yet exciting topic and this will give you more clarity on how data types work in JavaScript. So without any further delay, let's get started. Type conversion, as the name suggests, conversion of value from one to another. In the previous video, we declared a few variables. We declared numbers, strings and boolean as well. In JavaScript, you can change the data type of any variable from one to another. You can change a number to a string or a string to a number. Let's see an example of type conversion. Let's declare a variable here. Let's suppose we are using a variable. Let's say var num equals to, and the value will be 34, and we'll print it first. And we'll use type of operator to see the data type of this variable. Save it and see. Here it shows 34 and a number. I've already told you about the use of console.log. In this topic, we'll use console.log just for a change. You can use document.write as well. There's no problem with any method you are using. Let's move ahead and we'll declare a few more variables. We'll declare a string and a boolean as well. Let's suppose var str equals to hello, and we'll print it as well. Let's copy it from here and paste it here. And we'll declare one more variable. Let's say var bool equals to true. Let's print these three variables first. See, the output is pretty simple. We can see the value and data types as well. See, 34 is a number, hello is a string and true is a boolean value. So let's convert this number to a string first. This number 34, this is a number here, right? And we'll convert this number to a string. So how to do it? That's pretty simple. All you have to do is write a word here. Let's write here. Write string with a capital S and put 34 inside a bracket. So here we are done with it. Save it and see. Here you can see 34, which was a number first, and now it's changed to a string. That's how you can change the data type of any variable. Let's try to change a boolean value to a string now. Many of you guys gets confused with boolean. So boolean is nothing. If something is true, then set it to true, and if something is not true, like if it's false, then set it to false. See, if we talk about a real life example, say if you know how to drive, create a variable drive and set it to true. And if you don't know how to drive, set the variable to false. That's pretty simple. That's what boolean is. Let's change a boolean variable to a string. We have to follow the same steps as we did for numbers. What we did, we'll write here string and put true inside brackets. We are done with it. Save it and check the output. Here you can see the type changed from boolean to string. Like string function, we can also change a string value to a number. So how to do it? Let's take a variable. Let's say var str1 we will take. Let's say we are giving it a numeric value. Let's say 8968. And what we'll do, we'll write here console log and we'll print it basically str1, and we'll write here as well. Save it, and here you can see 8968 is a string. So how to change this string to a number? That's also a simple task. All you have to do is write here number with capital N and put this value inside brackets. Save it and see, here you can see 8968 changed to a number. It was a string earlier and now it's a number. So if it's a number now, let's update this number and we will see if we are adding something to 8968, the value will change or not. Let's update str1. What we'll do, we'll write str1 equals to str1 plus, let's add a number, say 2. So the output should be 8970 and the type of operator will give the value as number. Let's see what's the output now. Save it and see. Here you can see the output changed to 8970. But if you add an alphabet or a character in the value, then the output will be different. Here we will copy this whole code and we'll paste it here. We'll change the value of str1 equals to str2 and we'll use an alphabet along with this number. Let's suppose it's 8968A. So A is an alphabet, and what we'll do, we'll comment this line and we'll go here and change the value str1. Here we are done with it. Save it. Here you can see it says NaN. It means that it's not a number. It won't treat this string as a number because it consists of both numeric value as well as character. Now let's try to convert a boolean value to a number. In the case of a boolean variable, the scenario is a bit different. Let's try this. Let's declare a variable. Let's say we are using var bool2 and the value will be true. What we'll do, we'll print the value here. Here you can see true, and the data type of true is boolean. So let's try to change this boolean value to a number. That's pretty simple task. Write here number and put true inside brackets. Save it, and here you can see it says 1. In case of boolean variable, the value of true is 1 and the value of false is 0. Remember this, guys, keep this thing in mind. If you are changing a boolean variable to a number, then the value of true will be changed to 1 and the value of false will be changed to 0. Now let's have a look at parseInt and parseFloat as well, after which I'll tell you one more interesting function. Let's move on to parseInt first. Here I'll declare a variable. Let's suppose I'm declaring a variable, let's say var, and we'll name this variable as number. The value will be a string. Let's suppose it's 56. We'll print it console.log. Here you can see that the output is showing 56 is a string. So the data type here is string because I have used here single inverted comma, so it will take 56 as a string. Now let's suppose I want to parse this as an integer, or say I want to change it to a number. I can use parseInt as well. Apart from number, if you want to use number, that's fine, but apart from number, if you want to use parseInt, you can use it. Let's see what happens if you use parseInt. Use parseInt and put 56 inside a bracket. Save it and see, here it changed a string to a number. 56 was a string earlier, right? And now it's a number. Just like parseInt, we have parseFloat as well. ParseFloat will do the same thing, but what if you are using a decimal number here? Let's see if you are using 56.343. Save it. What parseInt will do? It will give you, let's change 56 first. Let's suppose we are using 65 now. Save it and see. parseInt will give you the value as 65 only. It won't show you the value, the decimal value. But if you are using here number or parseFloat, it will give you the whole numeric value. Let's see what happens if you use number here. Number and save it. Here you can see the value is 65.343. Like number, if you are using here parseFloat, let's use parseFloat here. And we'll change the value here as well. Let's suppose it's 72.543. Save it and see, here it will give you the whole numeric value of the variable. I hope this is clear for you guys. Now there is one more function you can use in numbers, which is .toFixed. So this function has by default 0 value. Let's suppose I'm using here. We have to use it here only. Let's see what happens if I'm using number.toFixed. So inside bracket we are giving it a value. By default the value is 0. Let's suppose we are giving it the value as 2. Now save it and what will happen? It will give you the value as 72.54. Similarly, if you are using here some other number, let's suppose 7. You can see we have only 3 digits here. After the decimal we have 3 digits only, that is 5, 4 and 3. What happens if we run this program now? Let's save it and see. Here it says 5430000. So it will show you the value up to 7 decimal points. It doesn't matter if there are available numbers after decimal point, but it will show you the value instead of 7 you can also give here 30. Let's save it and see, it says 6366 and so on. Hope this is clear for you guys. That's all for this video. See you in the next one where I'll run you through operators in JavaScript. If this video helped you anyhow, do like it, comment your doubts, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe. Simply Code. Thank you.